Hello, hi, and welcome back. My name is Malene. I am the Playful Knitter, and you're watching my Vlogmas. I'm having such a fun time again this year doing this Vlogmas, and truly amazed that you want to follow along, but so very grateful and happy about it. I'm sitting here at my piano because I just recorded some music for today. Today we have a yarn dyer of the day, but she's also actually a podcaster of the day. But I will tell you more about her later, so stay tuned. This morning is, well, I won't say it has been a slow morning, but I have sat down for like half an hour and knitted for a little bit. You will have seen that. I've had my tea of today. I still have to try yesterday's tea. Yesterday I had the tea of the day before because this weekend has been kind of crazy with the nutcracker and all. Maybe you've seen that already. I've just been too busy to have my tea. So yeah, but I've been doing some laundry, catching up on some cleaning because with this December and it being so busy, job-wise, music-wise, I've just gotten way behind. So laundry, dusting, vacuuming, all the boring stuff that I've not shown you any of that because, it's not fun to do and it's not fun to watch. Well, actually, I don't mind when people show that on their Vlogmases. And I've shown snippets of me cleaning, but this is just, my house is real dirty. I don't want to show that. It is real life, I know, but you don't need to see all of the cat hair in the corners. Yeah. So it is about 11:45, so midday. And I've had a shower. I'm here. I'm going to go have a little bit to eat, clean a little bit more, put another load in the washing machine, and then I have to go pick up Augusta from high school because she has an appointment today. And maybe if she's feeling like it, we might run to hobby after that, because my teenager, who never ever asks me for anything knitted, like as in never ever. So Kay, the crazy sock lady, I know you're not watching this, but if you by any chance happen to tune in, I just want to say, I know the way you felt when Wyatt asked you for a pair of Christmas socks. The joy, I mean, I just wanted to cast right on. But my oldest, she's like, well, yeah, I want this, but now I have to think about it for a year or two, what color and what yarn. No, but she asked me when we were in Hamburg, and she's like, I want one of them Sophie shawls, Mom. Everybody has them and they're like really amazing. I want one too. So now we just have to find the yarn that is not scratchy or prickly or anything. So I think we're gonna go to hobby because there's lots of different choices there. She can have some wool combined with some acrylics, and I think that might be good for her. Yeah, we'll see. But first, something to eat, a little bit of work, a bit more cleaning, and then we're off. I will check in later and tell you about the podcaster and yarn dyer of the day. I'm getting ready to head out the door again. August and I did go to the yarn store, but we did not film anything. You know, bringing a teenager and all, the camera stays in the purse. But I'm sitting here and it's getting dark. It's been a gloomy day no matter what, but it's past 3 p.m., so it's starting to get dark outside. So I thought that I would use the last light to tell you about the yarn dyer / podcaster of the day. I would like to tell you about Henriette. She is the dyer of my advent from by Kiilerich, the DK advent, which I'm just absolutely loving so far. I even think, well, I have two options of what to do with it. Either I'll do the bounce blanket like I've been thinking all the time, or maybe I will do, what's that called? The Habitation Throw by Helen Stewart. I think it's actually done in fingering. I have done it in fingering before anyways, excuse me. But if I have, it's for 10 gram fingering minis, but then if I have 10 or 20 grams in DK, that should be the same, right? Well, I'm digressing, sorry. Henriette is just a wonderful person and a very, very talented yarn dyer. She does everything from the most subtle, soft, beautiful pastel-y colors to the most vibrant neons, and I love everything about it. She has a brick and mortar store. She has a showroom not too far from where I live, about a 40-minute drive, so it's doable. And it's such a lovely store. When you go there, you can go browse all the lovely yarns. She has her own hand-dyed yarn, but she also has commercial yarns. I'm testing some of them right now. I've shown you the socks that I have on the needles for Lars in a DK weight, the blue ones that kind of fade into some brown. And when you go to her store, there's, you can sit down, have a chat, and a cup of coffee. It's very nice. And I love either visiting Henriette at the store or when I see her at festivals. It's always so nice to have a hug and a chat. So very, very nice. I can definitely recommend both her yarn, but also her podcast. It is in Danish, but it's very nice and so inspiring. She shows everything from sweaters to blankets to, everything. And of course, you get to see a lot of her beautiful colors and a lot of her beautiful yarns as well. So, yeah. But what I'm doing this year is I've contacted all of my, all of the yarn dyers from my advents. I've heard, thankfully, from most of them. And the ones I've not heard from, it's okay too, because they're probably busy, which is just fine. So I also wrote Henriette. Well, actually, I didn't. I talked to her about it, and then I forgot to write her, but we figured it out, so that was good. And she wrote me a song that she would like for me to play. Maybe you'll recognize it. Maybe you won't. Maybe you want to guess. I always try to do my own rendition. The last one I did when Ellie made a wish was In Dulce Jubilo. In Dulce Jubilo. I don't know how to say that in English. But some of you didn't recognize it, and that's just fine. Because, I kind of try to, sometimes I slow them a bit down or, vary them a little bit because I want for the music on here to be something that you can relax to. And I've tried to do the same with this one. Oh, you probably hear my washing machine in the background. I'm sorry for that. But sticking to the subject, Malene, I will link both Henriette's podcast in the description box and her online store, because she has a brick and mortar store and an online store. So go check it out. She's amazing, both with her yarn and on her podcast. And here is the song that she chose. If you want to guess which one, you can always leave me a comment down below. I love reading all your comments. It's so nice to connect with all of you. So thank you so much for that. I invite you to sit back, relax, and let your stitches flow. I almost forgot about my socks of the day again. So now I'm sitting here in my basement with like really weird light, but let's talk socks of the day. These are actually a pair that I finished recently. They had been on the needles for quite some time. Stephen West did the surprise sock along this summer, July maybe. And I just finished them recently for multiple reasons, I guess. Let me start off with the yarn because I'm absolutely in love with that. This Mominoko yarns. This is Aqua Flash and Teal Blast. And it is so soft and such a pleasure to knit with. I bought a kit from Stephen and Penelope. I spoiled myself rotten. So I also have the little Sock Knitter for Life project bag that I love so much. And I started out pretty good. I knit them simultaneously. See, went good for me this time. And I actually also did the heel that Stephen has in his pattern, but ended up ripping it out, just frogging it and doing a plain vanilla foot. I saw this, I got the inspiration from somebody on Instagram, and that's how they got finished, because they actually thought that I would frog the whole thing. One of the reasons being, like, look at the leg, it's very long for me. What I usually like, I shortened this part already. Normally I would have done this part half too. And I don't know what was like on the foot with all the cables and stuff. I didn't have the brain space to knit it, so I didn't. And they just sat there and sat and sat. But then finally, the wonderful inspiration from Instagram, and now I have an amazing pair of socks in wonderful yarn. And I actually think that this Aqua Flash just shows up so beautifully in a vanilla sock. So win-win. My socks of the day. Okay, so it's after dinner. I've just sat down to knit for a little bit. And since I did cast on 2 new things yesterday, I thought it would be very sensible for me to cast on something else. Not really, but you know, when your teenager wishes for something and she never ever asks for me to knit her anything, I want to cast on. So we went to Hobby today. I think I might have mentioned that I did not film anything from there because, you know, teenagers and their privacy. We want to respect that. But, excuse me, she would very much like a Sophie shawl by PetiteKnit. And I have to be honest with you, I think I've knitted maybe PetiteKnit maybe once or twice. It's not really me. She makes wonderful, amazing things, but you know, I'm all about the socks and the weird shawls and stuff. But now I'm going to make this shawl. And I'll go with like the larger size, like this one in the picture. So we went to Hobby and looked for yarn because it has to be something that is not scratchy. And she tested out a couple of things and we ended up with this. I've never knitted in this, but it's very, very soft. And I was like, you know, because sometimes when alpaca, when you have it on your neck, for me anyway, sometimes it's a bit scratchy, but I do feel that this is very, very soft. And she liked it a lot, and she wants this very neutral color. So I'm going to knit something white from a PetiteKnit pattern. Wow. Very out of the box for me. I'm very, very happy and excited to cast this on because it's all garter. Pure joy. But yeah, Viking Garn, Alpaca Blis. This is Viking, and Garn means yarn. Alpaca. Let's see if it says something else interesting. Made in Peru. 60% baby alpaca, 11% merino, and 29% nylon. Yeah, perfect. I'm going to cast it on a 5mm needle. Got out my needles right here in my beautiful Stockholm case from Mood. That was a gift for me after a giveaway that we did. Let's see, 5mm, what is that in American sizes? Size 8? No. Yeah. Size 8? I think so. I think I'm going to try my bamboo needles for this project. I actually mostly use my metal needles. I apologize if you can hear Lars in the background. Monday night is his gaming night, so he plays in, I don't know, some sort of online game with all his friends from work. Yes, we are adults in this house, but only sporadically. I don't know. I'll see. But I think I'm going to try it with the bamboo from Xiaogu. And if I don't like it, I'll just change. I know that that might do something to my gauge, but it's a shawl. It'll be fine. Okay, cast on time.